Hey guys, it's Car Guy 11. I'm doing another live stream today. Last week I did the one on the Corvette, and you guys seem to really like it. So I'm gonna do one on the Jeep today. You guys don't get to see it all too often, and I figure I'd do a little walk around, go over the mods I've done on the Jeep, answer any of you guys' questions, and just show you guys what I got, really. And as people are getting online, just want to remind you guys these live streams are available for free on iTunes podcasts if you want to listen to them. I know some of them get a little long, so it's a good thing to listen to in the car if you want. And welcome, guys. Mason, hi. So thanks for joining. You can chime in anytime you want, answer questions, and just comment as you like. Unfortunately, in my neighborhood again, someone is pressure washing. Last week, same thing. Although this time it's down the street, it's not quite as obnoxious. But yeah, I don't know what's up. I gotta move, I guess. But yeah, they're obsessed with pressure washing here. So anyway, I'm gonna turn the camera around, get the Jeep. There we go. Alright, and I actually have the fisheye lens on here, so get a little bit wider view. But as you guys know, this is a 2015 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk. Bought it new. Oh cool, you just River A Harry 75 just bought a 17 Overland. Real cool. Overland Cherokee, I imagine. Yeah, I haven't. I saw one of the Overland Cherokees at the auto shows this year. So pretty cool, nice. But anyway, this has the this is the Trailhawk, of course. So it has the beefier tires, suspension. It's kind of windy here. I hope you guys can hear me. Obviously. Hey, Dr. Dre, I just started, so didn't miss too much. Now, I was just talking about what I bought here. This is a 2015 Cherokee Trailhawk. This is the Eco Green color. I wanted a green Jeep. I always like green. I've had past green Wrangler, so wanted to stay with the green theme. Yeah, I got the Trailhawk edition, which again is the off-road model. Skid plates and beefier tires, four-wheel drive low. It has a locking rear differential and lower gearing as well. Actually got the tow package, which gives you even slightly lower rear end. It's a 351 instead of the 327 that comes stock with the V6. I got the V6 option as well, so that's a tow. There's a tow hook. Also gives you upgraded trans cooler, upgraded radiator, engine cooling, and again the 4,500 pound tow rating, which is pretty decent for a small SUV like this. I also got the cold weather package, which you need here in Pittsburgh. So I got heated seats, heated steering wheel. Also has the remote start, which is nice on those cold mornings or when you leave it parked. Heated steering wheel is awesome for this type of weather. I mean, for winter weather. Also, the cold weather package also comes with heated windshield at the base of the wipers, so they melt on when they get frozen and built up with ice and snow. So let me see here. But anyway, yeah, so that's a pretty cool feature. Dr. Dre says, would I wrap the Jeep? Probably not. I like the green, and also I don't know how much it would last, because it's my daily driver and it does get beat up with salt and you know, rocks on the highway, stuff like that. Although it is in really good condition right now. This is the Trailhawk decal on the hood. It's that flat black. It's hard to see on the green, but yeah, you can kind of see it there. And then let me see what else I wanted to say. Oh, I have the convenience package, which gives you tons of different features: automatic climate control, power seats. It gives you the keyless entry, which you don't need your key to unlock and lock. Just use your hand or push that button. Also gives you the power lift gate, which is right here. So there's the inside of the tailgate there. It's a decent amount of room. I mean, the back seats can fold and also push forward and back for more leg room or cargo room, which is a nice feature. Also, the front passenger seat can fold down flat, so you can really go all the way to the front if you had to, a long item. And I've used that before, actually. It's pretty neat. But yeah, it's a nice little SUV size wise, and you know, I like the rugged looks of it. So it's a more rugged CUV instead of you know, full Wrangler type off-road capable. But this does in itself does pretty good. So, and I've taken it a few times off-road. So let me see here. Yeah, so I also got the navigation system, which is decent. It does the live traffic and everything. River Harry says, was the panoramic sunroof available? Yes, it was available. I did not get that option. I don't know. I could have had it either way. This one didn't have it, and I wasn't. It wasn't a must-have for me. So it's pretty cool, though. It is a very large sunroof. I got the nav system, and I also got the CD player, which is in here. You actually have it hidden in the console, so it's a pretty rare option. I didn't order this one. This one they found, and I didn't necessarily need a CD player, but this one had it. Also with the nav, you get HD radio, which is really nice. It sounds great, actually. So that part's pretty cool. And then as far as the features of the nav, it doesn't have Apple CarPlay, but it has the Siri Eyes Free, so you can use those steering wheel buttons and activate Siri and talk to your phone through Siri. But there is going to be an actual over-the-air update on the Uconnect system. This is the 8.4 Uconnect, and apparently they're rolling it out slowly on all the vehicles. So when it happens, I will definitely video it, but apparently it's going to be a download through the 3G system, and it'll automatically update. So we'll see how that goes, but it's going to add a couple new features, and usually you'd have to download it on a USB stick and then on your computer, and then put it into the USB slot in your car, which I've done a video on that. That was the Siri update was that one. So we'll see how this automatic update goes. I guess they're trying to be like Tesla and do the auto over the air updates. But anyway, let me see here. I have a cheat sheet. Yeah. The convenience package also gives you the dimming mirror, rearview mirror, and an alarm system as well. Now there's a trail rated badge because it's a Trailhawk. Now on to the mods. I've done a few mods here, not the to the extent of the Corvette, of course, but I did. Someone asked about the light bar. This is an aux beam. It's a 22-inch light bar. I can turn it on for you guys as well. I have it mounted on the bumper, and I did a video on this if you guys want to see the install, but it's pretty cool. I like how it looks, functions very well. I mean, you have to only use it off-road or when obviously when no traffic's coming. Here's my setup for the switches. There's actually two levels. There's a lower level and then a high level. So it's like two levels of lighting. Let me see here. That's the full light. Pretty damn bright. But the lower level is just the cross pattern, and it's kind of like a driving light, but I don't think you can really use it on the road still. It's dimmer, but you see the crosses in there, so that's the driving light. Now I did do another lighting upgrade just to the regular headlights and fog lights, so let me turn those on for you guys. Is it gonna go on? Okay, so there's the headlights. Now they were this yellow halogen, and I changed out the bulbs to it's a bluish tinted halogen bulb as well. I also did the fog lights, so let me see if I can get the fog lights on. I'm gonna have to. Let's see. Oh, I'll turn this down. Alright. Turn that on. There you go. Now you can see the fog lights as well with the bluish tint. Yeah, that improved the look of the car, and I mean, it wasn't any brighter, but I just like the color. I was used to HID headlights. This vehicle did not have HID at the time, but I believe the 17s now come with HID on Trailhawk. So that was not available at the time when I bought it. And here are the LED light strips, so it matches much better now, and then with the light bar as well. Let me see, I missed the comment here. Yeah, the aux beam, pretty good quality. Not super expensive compared to some of the others out there. Let me shut this off. Okay, there we go. Now the latest mod I did was these wheel spacers from Bora. You can see they're 1.25 inch wheel spacers. Also changed out the black lug nuts. Now I changed to a stud instead of the bolts. The standard wheels come with the lug bolts, and these are studs to lug nuts. So really cool. I really like the look of it. And if you can see how the wheels just slightly protrude, gives it a Jeep stance. I have the wheel turned because I wanted to show you guys the clearance. Now this is turned to lock, and it's not touching, but it's super close. But when it's under full compression, like say in the bottom of my driveway, it actually starts to rub. So I would recommend, these are 1.25 inch spacers. I would recommend 1 inch actually. Also, I am not going to be able to fit larger tires with this because of the rubbing issue. So I am going to be getting tires soon here, but I'm going to have to stick with the same size, factory size. I might get a more aggressive tread though. So, but these ones are pretty good. I'm not thrilled with the snow performance, but as far as the looks of them and the dry and wet handling, they're great. Just the snow, they're not that great in the snow. So yeah, I'm going to be replacing these. They're pretty well worn, probably in the fall before winter. So yeah, I'll be upgrading to something a little bit more aggressive, something a little better in the snow as well. So I do have 35% window tint on the fronts. Of course, the rears are already tinted from the factory. So there you go. It's a pretty nice even look. I like to run the 35% tint on all my vehicles. It's not too dark where you get in trouble, and it just helps with the heat, and looks much better as well. Also, I have the black plates around on here. It doesn't say anything, but it just makes it a little cleaner look. So that was a pretty cheap plastic one, but it does look, it matches the black plastic of the bumper. And I do like that molding all the way around. It's a daily driver, it gets beat up, and it really helps protect. Now this is all road rash from stones and stuff, and it still looks pretty decent, and it's, you know, you're not beating up your paint, it's just the plastic. So I like that rugged molding all the way around. So let me see what else we have here. Oh, I did actually do one engine mod, and that is I switched to AFE air filter. So it's a drop-in dry type air filter, and I noticed a little bit of a performance upgrade. The throttle response was a little better, and I noticed actually noticed about a little bit of increase in fuel economy as well. And you can't see much because it's all sealed, but I have the sticker here, the AFE sticker here, that to not discard this filter in case the dealer or something would try to do that. But this is how much was the filter? It was River Harry 75 asked. It was I think around $50 to $60. It wasn't too bad. I mean, the paper one's probably 30, so maybe double a paper one, but it would last. It's a lifetime filter, so you can wash it, you can vacuum it out. I did do a video this year. I had it in for a year, and I just vacuumed it out. It wasn't all that dirty, and replaced it. So of course, it's a 3.2 liter V6. That's the 271 horsepower. And it does pretty good in this vehicle. I mean, you definitely want the V6, especially I live in a hilly area. Pittsburgh's pretty hilly, so it definitely helps out to have the more power. It has the battery is a glass mat battery, big battery, because it has the auto stop start, which, you know, gets a little annoying. I push the button though to cancel it most times when I start driving. So but it does have a beefier battery for that system. The light bar, this is the wiring from the light bar. It goes to the battery terminals on the fuse block, and that's how I wired that thing. And this is since it's open now, this is the brackets. My dad helped me with these, mounted to underneath the bumper the bumper support. There's a steel bumper support right under the bumper here, under this cover, and definitely made it kind of easy. I mean, it was still difficult, but easy, because look at all this room from the radiator to the bumper, so you can really get in there to do stuff like that. If it was too complicated, I was not going to do it, but this wasn't too bad. So, and then ran the wire up and through, and then for the inside switch, there's a plug near the brake pedal that we got the wire through. It's right there. Got the wire through. That's a rubber plug. So just cut a little hole in the plug and ran that wire right through. So one thing, I don't know if you guys that have one, my brake pedal squeaks, and it's like the rubber boot. I've greased it, and it's a little better, but it still does that. I gotta maybe mention it to the dealer. I did it the last time and they just greased it, but that's the only thing that's a little bit annoying right now. Let's see. Let me look what else I have here on my mod list. Okay. Talked about the dash cam, of course. That was one of the more recent additions. It's the Blackview dash cam. Let me open it up here. And I did the video on that, installing it. River Harry says, as far as service record, how has it been? Good. I mean, I've taken it in. First of all, the service, all it needs is like an oil change, like basically every 9,000 miles. So taking it in for those. At the same time, I got a lot of the transmission updates, any kind of warranty stuff done. Transmission updates, other computer updates, there's tons of them, but they do it automatically, really. You don't even have to ask most of the time, but I ask because the transmission, and you know, it's not that's one of the things that I don't like about the car. The transmission's still goofy, is how it shifts with that 9-speed, but they apply all the updates. There's climate control updates, there's engine updates, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, they've been pretty decent, and they've given me a car every time, because I just leave it there, drop it off. I have a radar detector in here as well. It's a very old one. It's a Cobra. Very old. Probably 10 years old at least. So it still works though. And yeah, the Blackview set up there, one inside, one outside camera. And yeah, so I think that's pretty much it as far as small mods. The Cherokee Trailhawk also comes with these cool rubber mats. They're the all-weather mats that comes with it, and even in the back. And also the cool red stitching on all the seats. So they're like half leather, half cloth. So you can see the Trailhawk and the red stitching all the way around. Yeah, that's I like it because it was it's a little different than your typical CUV. And of course the 4-wheel drive system has all these different modes: auto, snow, sport, sand, mud, and rock. And then the rear locker you activate with this button, 4-wheel drive low. And then it has a hill descent control, that's this button. And this is actually speed control for off-roading, so you can actually control how fast you're going off-road. Autonaut says he wants to see the front fold down, the front seat. I mentioned it in the video, I didn't show it, but let me yeah, I'll show you. Get go around this way. But it is a cool feature. I mean, there's the latch right here, and that's it. It folds right down, and then you can fold the rear seats down and go all the way to the front with something real long. So really cool feature. More cars should do that for sure, but that comes in handy sometimes. But yeah, I'll have to fix that. But anyway, guys, I don't know if you have any other questions. I don't want to keep this too long, but yeah, I'm really happy with this vehicle though. Still, I've had it for like 2.5 years, and almost 40,000 miles on it, and it's treated me well. I still like it. It's a great, comfortable daily driver. It's powerful enough. It's real quiet inside. It has a good stereo. It looks rugged. I like the looks of it, and really a great vehicle in my opinion. To be honest, like, some of the interior is nicer than my Corvette. I mean, I think they've done a really nice job with this car, and it's about mid-30s, this car, in that price range. You can get it up to 40 and over with more options, but for the price point, I think they did really well with this car. And again, this is the partnership with Fiat and Chrysler, so I know a lot of people say, oh, they're not reliable, and but I mean, there's been some little issues. Again, the transmission's always been not an issue, but hasn't been my favorite part of the car, and but I mean, that's really all these multi-speed transmissions have issues. So would you get a Jeep Wrangler with the independent suspension? I don't think the Jeep Wrangler is going to have the independent suspension, even a new one, so that's a good thing in my opinion. They have enough models with the independent. They don't need to mess with the Wrangler and put independent on it. So although I'm very intrigued by the new Wrangler, because it's going to be more refined, although I don't know if it's going to be refined enough for like highway and daily driving, stuff like that. But that's why I got this, because I do a lot of highway driving. I wanted decent fuel economy. I get low 20s right now. But the Wrangler, especially if you put big tires on and stuff like that, you're gonna be hurting on the fuel economy front. Another thing I'm not thrilled about is the 4-wheel drive in auto mode is front wheel drive for the most part until it slips, or if it's raining with the wipers on, it'll be it'll kick in. Dr. Dre says, did you hear about the new Jeep pickup truck? I did hear about that. That is pretty cool, although I'm not much of a pickup truck person, so I'd get the regular one, not the pickup. But if it looks as cool as some of the renderings and things, I'd be interested in it. But to go back on the 4-wheel drive in auto mode, I don't like that it's mainly front wheel drive unless it's freezing temperatures or rain. So there is a little trick that somebody told me. Somebody commented on one of my videos, because I complained about it before. If you click the traction control off button, it will actually lock the front 4-wheel drive in. It'll stay full-time 4-wheel drive, and I've tried it, and it does work, and it helps. So I usually actually hit that, especially if I'm doing like city driving, because that when you turn the wheel and you're going from a stop, you sometimes spin that inside front wheel. So that's a pretty cool trick if anybody wants to try that. What I do when I start the vehicle, hit both of those, the auto start off and the traction control off, and I'm set to go. So that was one annoyance that was solved by doing that. Now, this does take a toll on your fuel economy, slightly, but even more so sport mode. So I don't use sport mode because it keeps the gear too long. You don't even get out of 6th gear usually in sport mode. So yeah, I don't use sport mode. That really kills your fuel economy unless I'm doing some very sporty driving, like mountain roads or something like that. But yeah, again, overall, I'm pretty happy with the car. I don't know what I'll replace it with in the future, but for now, I'm happy with it. And yeah, if you guys have any more questions, definitely comment them below. If you're watching it on replay, I'll definitely answer them as I see them. Let me flip this around. All right. So let me just make sure there's no other questions I missed. But I hope you guys enjoy these type of videos. I just figured I'd do one last week, like I said, on the Corvette. People really liked it, so I figured I'd do one on the Cherokee. Haven't done a Cherokee video in a little while, so I just wanted to go over some of the things I've done to it, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely check out the other there's a Jeep playlist on YouTube. You can see everything I've done, and also you can as I said, comment on this video. I'll answer any questions you guys have. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and also follow me on Instagram. If you were on Instagram, you saw that I was this was a little bit last minute, so thanks for those that joined. It's tough to get people to know about the live stream, so definitely follow me on Instagram, because I'll post, and I didn't give too much heads up. I think just last night I posted something that I might do one today, and then today I said I would do one. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I will see you in the next video.